It wasn't the way the Okanagan Sun wanted to end the regular season, but a 45-20 loss to the Victoria Island Raiders last weekend is something the club has to forget about as they head into playoffs this Saturday against the Big Kahuna Rams. The Sun were dominated on the island as they dropped their final regular season game, and although it was a tough loss, they're ready to put it behind them and head into the postseason with a clean slate.
We can't dwell on the loss. We just got to keep moving forward and try to take some positives out of the game and really focus on Surrey and kind of refocus back on Nanaimo if we can get past Surrey, but that's our main goal, to get past them first.
I think that loss will help us focus on what we have to do now to prepare and get ready for the Surrey Rams.
You know, we got a home game coming up this weekend, and that should be all we're concentrating on because, you know, our opponent obviously is a good football team. They beat us in our own park, a month or so ago. So, we need to be focused on them, and I don't think any of these guys are really thinking past them right now.
Even with the loss, the Sun wrapped up the regular season with an 8-2 record and missed out on first place by only 2 points because of the loss last weekend. The squad's only other defeat came at the hands of the Big Kahuna Rams during their last meeting at the Apple Bowl, which is something that the team hasn't forgotten, and although they'll have redemption on their minds come Saturday, they know they'll have to come into the game with level heads.
Football's an emotional game, and those guys from Surrey, we usually have a pretty spirited game against them every time they come down here, but we can't let our emotions affect our mental and making mistakes on the field and stuff. We just got to stay composed and everyone do their job, and we should be all right.
The playoffs really help you refocus everything. Everything that happened during the season, yes, it prepared you, got you ready for the playoffs, but now we're here, they're here, it's time to go. It's time to really look at it as a brand new season, start all over again, and just work our way through, beat every team, and hopefully come home with a ring.
Unlike previous years, the team's opening playoff game won't be an easy one, and they know they'll have to come in with a perfect effort if they plan on moving on to face the Vancouver Island Raiders in the next round. The one positive heading into Saturday's game is that they'll be facing high-caliber competition, which will prepare them to face a tough Nanaimo squad if they do come through with the victory.
They're a good football team. That's what you want to play at this time of year. That's what you expect to play because, the 4 teams in BC, they're in the playoffs, are all quality football teams. So, you certainly can't look by them. But, ultimately, if we are fortunate enough to advance after the weekend, we want to have had a battle the week before to prepare us again for the BC final. You don't want to be walking over anybody 50-0 at this time of year.
You have to take this strong team. If you were to take a weaker team and, you could blow them out or what have you, going into Nanaimo or the next game, you wouldn't be as focused as you would going up against a tough team like the Surrey Rams. They're the only team that beat us other than Nanaimo in the regular season. So coming into this game, everybody's going to have a real chip on their shoulder, be really focused, and hopefully we can use that to push us forward into the next round.
The Sun welcome the Big Kahuna Rams to town this Saturday. Kickoff is 1 p.m. at the Apple Bowl. For more information, visit the team's website at okanagansun.ca. Reporting for Shaw TV, I'm Brendan Osborne in Kelowna.